Oh, and also don't be one of those people who eat nachos from the center. Especially when you're sharing, make sure you go from the outside in. Don't be taking huge pieces. That's very rude.
Welcome to Keto is the Worst, where we believe that if done properly, a low-carb lifestyle is not only healthy, but it is sustainable long-term and not at all restrictive.
So real quick, I'm gonna get this out the way.
This camera is supposed to be behind me for when I'm cooking over here. Since nothing's on the stove, it'll be a cool little point of view camera. Hopefully it's not too distracting. It's kind of in my way when I talk, but it's really not in the way when I cook. But anyway, what we're doing today is some nachos. This is a pretty simple recipe. What we're going to be using instead of tortilla chips is a pork skin. So I mentioned this in a few videos ago. This is something that I usually do not buy, but I thought it was interesting, and it is pork skin. I kind of think it's kind of weird.
So we're just going to dry it off completely, put some oil and some salt on it and crisp it up, and then we'll assemble our nachos. These are going to be chicken nachos. Some chicken thighs, cut them up. Then there'll be the cheese. We're doing just a layer of cheese. I actually made a video yesterday that had a taco dip, a queso dip, which would go very well on these. I'm not going to use those leftovers for this. Just going to use chicken, some cheese, have some avocado. We're going to do some spicy sour cream. So I'm just going to get started right now. Should have some of this already here. Okay, so I'm going to take everything out first. Okay, I know I bought a lime. Where is this lime? We're gonna start with the pork skin. So we need this. Yeah, this is it. This is crazy to me. I need to cut it. Okay, the hell is this? It looks weird to me. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so now we're here. What are we doing? Right, because I'm using a baking rack so that it can drip down and stay dry. What are we doing here? And we have to cut these anyway. So I'm just thinking for a little minute. I'm gonna try to cut these into triangles, right? We're gonna do that now. I'll cook it a little bit and then do it. Does that make a difference? Got a cutting board. The lime was in the tomatoes. I did not know that. I just saw it now. Now, I haven't done this before. I think you can tell. So it's gonna be an experiment at first, and we'll see how this turns out. Let's dry this off. All right, drying it off so it can crisp up, and then oil help that process as well. I'm gonna use a pizza cutter. I kind of wanna brush this with oil first. Avocado oil because it's better on high heat, and preheating the oven to 425. So a little drizzle, and then so I'm just gonna put some salt and garlic powder on this one. Okay, and now cut into triangles. And this is not that easy. How do you cut into triangles? I'm not really cutting through right now. Hopefully by the fourth one, we'll have a process. I have no idea. So right now I'm really just scoring this. How many triangles do I have? Do I have any triangles? One. So diamond, and then if you cut each diamond in half, that's what we want. So this has been scored. We're gonna put that over there. We're on our second skin now. Let's do this again and see what happens. The first one should always come out weird. The plan was make squares and then cut them in half. These aren't really squares. Okay, so that's that. And let's put some oil on this. Salt and garlic again. For now, put you to the side. What have we learned? That's a chip, that's a chip, that's a chip. Where's the next chip? This way? Chip. So I need 2 lines here. Okay, I think that was better. And I need a line there. And now I'm going to try with a knife real quick just to see. So I'm just hoping that I don't actually have to cut through this. When they get crispy, you can just crack it at the seams. That is my hope. So I just have to score it deep enough. Let's do this again. The last one was supposed to be the best one, but it's going to be the worst one. I don't even have the strength for this. Okay, I don't know. This has been tough. Now I have one more tray with a drip. So we're gonna use this for one as well, and then cut some extras and just use the extra space, right? Should I just do this for all of them? Well, we're gonna have an experiment. Some of them, we're gonna cut into strips just like this, so that they fit. Keep cutting it until it works. And then we'll know which method was the best. You have a thin strip, small piece. might have been the easier way. Just cut it into strips and then cut it into triangles. I'm just gonna do it like that. So now all this goes over there and we can move on. Now we're gonna prep our vegetables, cook the chicken. This part is the now easier part. To wash my hands. And I'm thirsty because that was a lot of work. Let me get some more. What we're going to do is prep peppers, onions. Oh, let's do it this way. Tomatoes, peppers, onions. A jalapeno is somewhere in here. I don't want that little butt. Now I cut this yesterday like I was gonna cut an onion, and I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. We're gonna try to do this in a rainbow fashion. Half an onion and half a jalapeno. I don't know why this is turning green. I don't know what that means. And some garlic, I didn't say that before. Vegetables are prepped. Next will be the chicken. That is it. Okay, so we're gonna have to talk about what just happened. I was off camera and I looked inside the oven and I saw this. So they're starting to roll. There's no real smoke, so whatever. So what I'm going to do is flip it on the other side, and hopefully that will keep it from doing more of that. And they're shrinking. That's why you experiment with things. You see, so should I just do the cut now? You see how small they're coming out? So I don't think you should do that cut. See how big they were on the edge and how tiny they are now? It's a good thing that we did not put them all in triangles, because that would have been a nightmare. These are too tiny. Here, I think the strips were the best idea. That might work. It's been 20 minutes, so we're gonna check back on it. You see, that can work. These are rolling. Okay, so I'm using the lip so that I can like grab onto it. Okay, so I think that is actually a better idea. See, I did score it, so that was good. But then you let these shrink down a little bit, cut them so they're like this, so that they're easier to do this with. They're all going to curl up. I don't think there's anything you can do about that. This way, they're a little bit easier. I'm gonna let that go just like that. I was thinking about how I want to do this chicken. So what I'm gonna do is cook it whole, cut into strips, and I think that'll be better. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, some onion powder, some cayenne pepper, some chili powder, and paprika? No. I know I want to put some lime in this. Always roll it first. Forgot about that. Same thing. Okay, so that's that. Are we good? Oh, the lime, my fault. Yep, should have. Always roll your lime first. Okay, so that's back there where it belongs. Let's heat this up. Check on you real quick. Okay, it's much better now. That should hit in any second. Put them up. There you go. Oil. What do you want to do next? Well, that heats up. You want to do this little sauce? It's a very simple sauce. Sour cream, a little bit of lime juice, and sriracha. And some garlic paste. This is ready now. So, a little update while I put some weight off my feet. When that is done cooking, we're gonna cook the vegetables in that same pan or same skillet, I guess. I don't know what that's called really. It's gonna be onions first, then the peppers, then the garlic, and then the tomatoes, because they have different cooking times and then they all go together. And then once that's done, that's when we're gonna take out the pork and tortilla chips, assemble, put it back in, and we're done. This is pretty easy. I mean, it took a little bit of time, but it is technically easy. Okay, time to flip. I don't know how long it's been. One of the reasons why I don't like cooking chicken thighs like this. It is starting to smoke up a lot. See how that's kind of burning? So I'm just gonna put a little bit more oil. For now, just because they're kind of uneven, I'm flipping it constantly so I don't burn each side and we can actually cook into it. That's the only reason I'm doing that. We're gonna take that chicken off to let it rest a little bit while we cook the vegetables, and then everything goes plated back into the oven. These are our, whatever, chips, tortilla chips. A little bit of salt on it. These are gonna be very crispy. Oh, snap. You're supposed to put salt right away once it comes out. These are wild crunchy. Trying to look for my score marks, I can't find them. So this is one of those things that is do as I say, because, what am I gonna say? Which ones came out the best? I think were these little strips. These didn't come out so bad. So in the sheet first, let them shrink up a little bit, like this, cut them, and then do this. They kind of cut on the score mark. See, that kind of hit right there. When I make nachos, I believe in layers, so I'm gonna layer this first, put one stuff all around, and then go back again. Comes first is some of the vegetables. And then a layer of cheese. And back to assembling. So this camera's back in my way. Now we finish this off. Okay, so these are our nachos. These go in until the cheese melts because everything inside of this is cooked, and bring back out. Okay, that's been going about 10 minutes now, so it's ready to come out. Now look at it. Beeping ruined my stuff. But do you see it? Look how cute this looks. Now what we're going to do is just top it off and make it look pretty. I'm going to need to take pictures of this. I don't know how I'm going to try it without ruining it. I don't want to mess things up. We still have to do a couple things. Do you know about avocados? This one's softer, so I'm going to go with this one and see what that means. Is that okay? I don't know. It looks a little brown. I don't know. I don't like them. We're not using that. Okay, so they should be a little bit firmer. That's how you know which one's good and which one's bad. Just trying to fan this out. Is that how you do it? I'm not really sure if I like it. I think you messed up my shot. I'm gonna put them all together. Now this I want to drizzle on top. I don't think I have a squirt bottle. How's that look? Does that look good? I think the nachos look better just by themselves, to be honest with you. Who knows? I would love to try this. So should we just take the pictures and then come back for the outro? Yeah, let's do that. Well, that was about it. This has been chicken nachos with pork skin tortilla chips. Let's get into it. I already took my pictures. I could try this and eat. This is cooled off just a little bit, but let's pick something up from over here, you know? Look at that. A little avocado in there too. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if I got a soft skin or like everything that kind of melted and juiced all together, softened it up to make it a lot easier to eat. Oh yeah. Oh my god. That is amazing. What other bite do you want? That's the only problem. Like, it's hard to find. Oh, and also don't be one of those people who eat nachos from the center. Especially when you're sharing, make sure you go from the outside in. Don't be taking huge pieces. That's very rude. But this is great. But now we can finish off this video because we are done now. I'm gonna move this. If you are interested in learning more about how a low carb lifestyle can work for you and your long-term weight loss and maintenance goals, consider subscribing. On this channel, we do a lot of recipes, meal preps, tips, getting started, grocery hauls. What else is there? I'm on Instagram under Keto is the Worst. My website, ketostheworst.com. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to do a lot of damage on this right now. So cue the little screen of the next one's coming. Watch maybe another video if you like that one or this one. Bye.